This is the redesigned 2014 Toyota Tundra. The heavyweights, of course, are the domestic manufacturers. F-150 is the best seller. Then in Canada, you have the Ram in second place, and the Sierra and the Silverado, the General Motors trucks, are in third. And this is not going to really compete with those. They just don't have the different kinds of engines and the different platforms, and they don't have a heavy-duty truck. But what Toyota has going for it is their name and their reputation and a very capable vehicle. On the outside, yeah, it looks like a Tundra. They've got three different versions. They've got the SR5, they've got the Limited, and this top-of-range Platinum. And each one has a slightly different look. They wanted to give them each a different character, and you notice right away that the grille is being cleaned up. It looks beefier, and they tried to integrate it into the front fascia a little bit more. Wheel sizes range from 18 inches, and then you got up to the 20-inch here with the Platinum. The wheel opening are bigger and a little squarer than before. And around the back, you've got the easy open tailgate. It doesn't slam down, it comes down gently, and it isn't that hard to lift it up either. What you don't have on the back of this truck is a step like you do with the Ford F-150, or the new General Motors trucks have the little cutaway in the bumper, so that's something that they could definitely work on. Styling, it's an individual taste. I think it's a pretty good looking truck, but it's looking North American. It's made in North America, it's designed in North America, so this really is a North American truck. Toyota claims that they've improved the ride of this truck and the quietness, but I got to tell you, it is not nearly as smooth and quiet as the domestic manufacturers, especially the brand new Chevrolet and GMC Silverado and Sierra trucks. They are so smooth and quiet, it's like driving a big sedan, not a pickup truck. And right behind that, I would say the Ram is super smooth and very quiet as well. Now, Ford has just announced at the Detroit Auto Show, they're coming out with their new truck that's going to be aluminum body, a high tensile steel substructure to make it stronger. It's 700 pounds lighter. Then you get into the engines. Ford's going to have 4 engines available with that truck, 2 EcoBoost, a 2.7 liter and a 3.5 liter, and they're going to have a V6 and a V8 as well. Ram has that new Eco Diesel, which is fantastic, the 3-liter turbocharged with 420 foot-pounds of torque. And then you have the General Motors trucks with the 5.3-liter V8 with the best-in-class fuel economy, and it really is a nice vehicle to drive. The Tundra is available with 2 V8 engines, a 4.6-liter with 310 horsepower and 327 foot-pounds of torque. But the most popular is the 5.7-liter iForce V8. It has 401 foot-pounds of torque and has 381 horsepower. And when you have 2 engine choices, it kind of limits the customer base that Toyota is after. What Toyota has in its corners has very good towing capability. In the 4x2 configuration, the 5.7 liter can tow up to 10,500 pounds, which is quite good. I'm a little disappointed with the noise level in here. I don't find it nearly as quiet as some of the domestic manufacturers. So overall, it's a very capable truck. It's got a powerful V8 engine, 6-speed automatic transmission, but the interior doesn't seem to be as polished as some of the others, and the ride certainly isn't. Toyota's also designed different interiors depending on the grade. SR5 Limited, and this Platinum has the most opulent interior. It's got the cross-stitched, the diamond pattern on the dash, the doors, and the seats with the chrome Platinum embedded in the seat. And you also notice right away that they've really improved the dash layout. The previous Tundra, I could never really get behind. The radio and the backup camera were closer to the passenger than they were to the driver. They've cleaned that up. They've moved the heat controls, still big knobs there, 2.5 inches closer to the driver. The screen is 6.1 inches, which is on the small side in this category. You look at Ram, you have an 8.3-inch Uconnect system. I think the General Motors trucks are 8 inches, and you have a screen here that's in the center cluster as well, but it's on the small side compared to, say, Ram has got a big 7-inch screen in there. Also, you notice they still have the big shifter here in the center of the console. I don't know why. Now, all of the manufacturers are doing this. They've got the shifter here on the console. I like the old column one. It moved it away, out of the way. You have all that extra space there, but that really is back to an older time when pickup trucks all had the column mount. I like it though. Massive, absolutely massive center bin here. You've got plenty of cup holders. The overall appeal in here is kind of simplistic and plain. When you look at some of the other trucks, for example, I think the best interior is Ram. Beautiful on the inside. Second place I would give to the new GMC trucks. They have a fabulous interior. Also, you have an auxiliary jack down there, but One truck that in particular that really impressed me was the new Silverado and the Sierra. They have 5 USB ports, so you can plug in your phone and different items into the truck and recharge as you go along. That's fantastic. I only see one here. Now the back seat is massive. The back seat flips up and you have lots of storage space. They actually lowered the height that you have in there, which means you can load things into the back seat and keep them dry and covered without having to lift them as high as the previous model. Not as fancy and flashy and as many features as some of the domestic trucks, but this is a much better interior. Yes, this 2014 Toyota Tundra is a worthy competitor in the pickup truck market, but it's limited because they don't have the engine choices the domestic manufacturers have. It doesn't have the same interior refinement as some of the newer trucks like the Ram and the new General Motors Sierra and the Silverado. And then you look at Ford with the F-150, they're coming this year with an aluminum body, light tensile steel, high tensile steel in the frame. It's going to be 700 pounds lighter than their previous truck and 4 engine choices. This definitely is an update from the previous model and is targeted at the people who already probably have a Toyota Tundra pickup truck and they're loyal to the brand. That's the #1 problem that manufacturers have, is getting people to shift away from one brand to the other. People are so loyal to their pickup trucks, so Toyota has a following. Is this enough to get people out of their domestics? We're going to have to wait and see.